Are we alone? This is a question that has plagued scientists for centuries. Some of the greatest minds of our time and past time have all thought that life could be possible on other planets. A modern conception of an alien looks something like this, but as we'll learn in a few minutes, this probably just isn't true. Today I'm going to introduce you to the field of astrobiology. Astrobiology is the study of, it's the study of life that couldn't be possible on other planets, and a lot of it is just speculation now. But one of the leading people in this field is Stephen Hawking, who I'm sure a lot of you have heard about, and he really brought the field into being an accepted area of research. Today we're going to look at the three questions of an astrobiologist. Where can life occur? What will it look like if we do find it? And where is it now? Let's begin with where can life occur? To understand this question, we need to understand how big the universe really is. We live here on Earth, which I'm sure you all know. And we also live in the solar system, right there. And we're part of 9 planets, if you include Pluto, which I do. And that's our sun. Our sun is one of 2,000 other stars in the galaxy. And our galaxy, the Milky Way, is one of 2 billion other galaxies, which is a lot of space. So if you do the math, it's 2 billion times 2,000 stars for every galaxy, with an average of 9 planets. That's a lot of planets. So suddenly life doesn't seem so far-fetched anymore. But why isn't there life everywhere on every planet? This is easy to understand through the concept of habitable zones, which looks something like that. Basically, stars give off heat, and if you get too close to them, you'll burn up and die. Not good. And if you get too far out, you'll freeze and die. So there's that little green area there, and that's the habitable zone, and if there's a planet in there, life could occur there. So in a way, planets are a bit like Goldilocks. So what else is needed for life to occur? For a long time, it was thought that water was necessary, and that life couldn't evolve without it. But now scientists like Stephen Hawking and Hank Green are saying that water might not be necessary, and that life could evolve using other elements. And that actually, to some organisms, water might even be poisonous. So now that we've looked at where it can occur, we can start to think what it will look like if we do find it. In all honesty, it might look something like this: bacteria, which may seem small and insignificant, but if we did find bacterial life, it would be very important, because it would mean that we're not alone in the universe, and that we're not just a freak accident. But what if we did find life on a planet that was like Earth, somewhere far off from here? It may look something like this. This is a still from Stephen Hawking's TV show, where he talks about extraterrestrial life. This is what he speculates life might look like on a far-off planet that's quite like Earth. But as I'm sure you also know, a lot of planets aren't like Earth. Planets like Jupiter and Saturn are made entirely of gas, and they don't have rocks like that. So could animals survive on a planet made entirely of gas? Scientists like Hank Green speculate they could, living off gas such as methane, and they might look something like that. But what if we do find intelligent life somewhere else? Maybe life that's more intelligent than us. Stephen Hawking suggests that we just need to look to history to know what will happen. This is Christopher Columbus, who I'm sure a lot of you know as the guy who found America. But what you probably don't know is that when he got here, he enslaved pretty much the entire island population, caused horrible disease, and almost wiped out the entire island, which could happen to us if we ever come in contact with an advanced alien race. So where are they? This is that bacteria again. And what I didn't tell you is this bacteria is actually from a meteorite that crashed here on Earth a few years ago. And this actually came from Mars. And it's fossilized bacteria, and it's still under scientific review right now. But this might actually be our first look at what extraterrestrial life looks like. We may not need to look much farther than our own solar system. And this is Europa here. This is a moon of Jupiter. And it is actually entirely made of ice. And it lies outside the habitable zone, but it's a unique exception because its orbit actually causes it to knead like a ball of clay. And it heats up from the center, and the ice melts on the inside. So under 15 miles of ice, there's actually a saltwater ocean that could be teeming with life such as this. So why aren't our skies littered with UFOs then? Well, where have we gone? We've gone to the moon, which if you look at it in this grand scheme of things, isn't really far at all. This is Proxima Centauri, which is the closest star to us besides the sun, of course. And it is located 4.2 light years away, which means traveling at the speed of light, which we're nowhere near happening at, it would take 4.2 years to get there. With today's technology, it would take about 50,000 years to reach that star, which is a long time. So we may never get to another star system in our lifetime, but that doesn't mean we can't try to communicate. There's a program called SETI, which they've been listening to the skies for about 50 years. So they basically have a bunch of big telescopes pointed at the skies, hoping to catch a glimpse of a radio signal sent by some other civilization somewhere else. And in 50 years, they found pretty much nothing, except for there's one exception. In 1977, scientist Jerry Iman was listening to the skies just like he did every other night, when all of a sudden out of the blackness of space came a very strong signal. A signal so strong that it prompted him to write one word in the margin of the readout: wow. This signal came from the constellation Sagittarius. It came from a star located about 122 light years away from here, which would take a very, very long time to get to, so probably not in our lifetime. But we've been listening to this guy in that portion ever since then. We've yet to hear it again, but people do speculate that there may be something there. So I think we'll be able to answer the question, are we alone, once we expand our eyes and ears and get increased technology and start to think outside the box, and when we do find life, if we do find life, I think then we'll finally be able to answer the questions: where can life occur, what will it look like, and where is it?